Cucina Di Nonna, and I want to introduce you to my grandson, Dan Merciro.
How are you?
And I'm Jill Colonino, standing next to this handsome boy, and we are going to do wonderful, healthy soups today.
On a cold winter's day, there's nothing like a nice hearty soup. And Dan's our guest today, so he's going to help us too. He's our helper. But we're going to show you 3 different kinds of delicious soups that you can make, and it doesn't take that long. Okay? All right, now, Jill, do you start? You want to start?
I'm going to start. Today I'm making lentil soup. Now, lentil soup, so it says, so my mother used to say, if you eat lentil soup on New Year's Day, you have prosperity for the rest of the year. So, if I'm any indication of it, I've never had to go to the food kitchen, so I guess it works somewhat. Okay, I'm starting with lentil soup. I have my lentils here that are all rinsed and checked for stones. Now, you might laugh about that, and very seldom do you find a stone, but there's that one time, and you don't want anyone breaking their teeth on it.
Are you crazy? Stones and lentils?
Yeah, they tell you to rinse them, and I rinse them, and I look
Did you find
at
a
them.
stone yet?
I found one little stone today,
Oh.
so you see, Jeannie,
Okay.
it works,
All right.
works. All right, today, I start off with 4 cloves of garlic. Now, I have this wonderful tool here. It's a chopper, and I love it. It's very, very, very handy. And I'm just going to chop it like that.
Wow, yeah.
And then I'm going to chop this one. And I'm using the small grid rather than the large one. Now, I'm going to add this. Well, they're a little thick, so I'm going to put them right back in again.
You gotta put them in.
I'm going to put them in again because they need another
chop.
squash. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Okay, so I do this. I add this to my pan. This is my pan here that I'm going to make the lentils in. I am going to put all that nice, wonderful garlic in there, and now I am going to take an onion that I've already used. This is a sweet Spanish onion. I'm going to take about, a quarter of this, and I am going to put it in that chopper. And it is going to chop up so nice. I cut it up a little bit, cut it in half, put it in here. Here's my onion. I'm going to give this a chop, put the rest. Take this out. Little piece of the skin that I can't grab.
Stone.
No stones, Ginny, I took the stone out. I'm putting the rest of this in here so you have some nice garlic. And then I'm going to saute this with olive oil. There you go. I'm done with this. Okay. There you go. See that? Put that in. I'm going to add my olive oil. I have extra virgin olive oil here, which is so good for you. And I'm putting about maybe 3 tablespoons. There's plenty for you, Jeannie, in there.
All right.
Now I'm going to bring this back on the stove, let this saute for a little bit, and then I'll show you how easy it is to make the lentils.
Jill, do you need that wooden spoon here?
I
Nothing
need-
like a wooden spoon, you know.
I can't
All right,
live without the
all right.
spoon.
This is Danny, my helper, and today we're going to show you how to make French onion soup. It's so easy, so easy. A half hour, you're all done. You don't have to go to the restaurant and have it or anything. So Danny's going to be my helper, and he's going to chop up the onions. So Dan, why don't you start chopping up the onions? I'd say about 3 large onions you need. And while he's chopping up the onions, I'm going to tell you what I do. You're in the blender. You're going to see, I'm going to put a little bit of cream sherry wine while he's chopping up onions. Cream sherry wine, it gives it a nice flavor. okay? Maybe, let me see, I gotta measure, right? I never measure, but I gotta measure.
Well, you have to
Oh,
measure now,
half a
Jean.
cup, a half a cup.
Half a cup?
About a half a cup of cream cherry wine, or a quarter of a cup, you know, a third of a cup, whatever you want. I think that's enough. Okay. So that's cream cherry wine. It gives it a really nice flavor. And I have my beef bouillon. I need my beef bouillon. This gives it color. The beef bouillon gives it a nice color. You only need a couple of tablespoons of this. This just gives it just a little bit of flavor, and it gives it the color. Or else it'll come white. You don't want it white. Okay. Now the next thing I do is I put some butter. I put all this in the blender. This is how easy it is. About a half a stick of soft butter. Okay? That's about a half a stick, a little bit more. Okay, how you doing chopping those onions, Dan?
Not bad.
Not bad, okay. You really don't have to put, you can put a little bit of salt, but you don't need a lot. I'm gonna add,
That's 3 cups.
no, I want 2 cups.
Oh, all right.
I'm using your water, Jill.
You're using my water.
About
How dare you?
2 cups of water.
Okay.
Now you see the color? That's your color.
Okay. You need any more water, Jean?
No, right now I think
That's
that's gonna be enough water. And we're gonna put these in nice bowls with mozzarella cheese over it. And I'm gonna cook this in a pan, in a saucepan, for about 10 minutes till the onions get soft. It's gonna be delicious. All right, Danny, I'm gonna start getting some of these onions over here. So you just put these onions like this. And we're not gonna blend them long because we still wanna see the onion in it, okay? Okay, while he's doing the onion, we can take a break.
I'm back. I've sauteed my garlic and my onions. It's all set to go. I'm going to come back over here now and I'm going to show you how I chop 3 carrots. I peel them, I cut them, and I use my chopper. I've cut up 3 carrots, okay? I've peeled them and cut them, and I use this wonderful gadget, $20. I don't know where you, I bought mine at CVS, I think. It's so wonderful, it doesn't take long. You put your carrots on here or whatever, and you slam it down, and look at what I've got here. Beautiful, all
Just
my
like
carrots.
the commercial, just like the commercial.
Just like, yeah, you'd think I was selling these, but I'm not. Okay, here we go. Now I have here, Jeannie, did you touch my water?
I touched your water.
Well, you know, Jeannie, you're gonna make me make a mistake now.
Oh, come on.
Oh, 3. Is this 3 cups?
2 or 3 fourths, 3, what difference does it make?
3. I have to add to this 10 cups of water. This is 3 in here, okay? So I'm gonna add here to my pan with the onion and the garlic. I'm gonna add 10 cups of water. Now you're gonna make a lot of soup here, but you know what? I make the full pound because what I do is I freeze it. Put it in a container and I freeze it. So now that's 6 cups.
Things.
Those are my bouillon cubes.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah. Then I'm going to add the bouillon cubes. Now this is 6. All right, so 6 cups of water, 10 cups. That's
You sure you measured right?
6, 9,
10,
and I get,
All right.
I got 1 more to go. 1 more to go. Okay, that's it. Into that, I'll put this right here. I'll come back with the pan. I am adding to the 10 cups with the onions and the garlic, I'm adding 7 bouillon cubes, okay? Now you can use the canned soup if you like, you know, but I use 7 bouillon cubes. I add my carrots. See how easy this is? And you have a wonderful soup and you're going to be rich after you eat this. So, and now, my lentils, which I've washed and I've taken anything out that doesn't belong there, but so far I didn't find anything.
No stones.
No stone.
No
And I'm
stones.
gonna add this to this. Take it all in. And here it is. Here is my lentil soup. This is gonna go on the stove for 20 minutes. Okay, this is gonna cook. It's gonna simmer, and it'll be cooking for 20 minutes.
Danny's almost done chopping the onion. You know what? I feel bad. I'm making him cry. He's crying, chopping onion.
Oh, don't cry, Danny, don't cry.
I'm gonna add another cup of water. See? We'll see. Maybe another cup because we've got quite a bit of onions in there. Maybe I'll put another tablespoon of bouillon. All right, Danny, go ahead, put them in. There we go. Now I'm going to show you what we do. Cover it up. See, I love this blender. I love blenders with my...
That's your second name,
That's
blender.
Oh, I teach all my students how to do blend.
Well, you taught me too, Jenny.
Yeah.
I never used my blender
All
that
right.
much.
All right, Danny, put on chop. Now we're going to put on chop. Okay, shut it off.
No.
See? That's all you need is that little bit. Let me
Wow.
see. Let me make sure. You got my wooden spoon. Give me that
Yes,
wooden
I
spoon.
do.
So was stealing my wooden spoon.
Well, you should have two of them then.
Oh, I do have two. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Let's just another second. Go ahead, Dan. 5 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. You want to see chunks of onion in it. You don't want it to all liquefy. So everything's in here. All you're going to do is cook it for about 10 minutes, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, Dan, you want to pour it in? There you go. And we're going to put it on the stove. Whoop. You pick it up.
Twist.
What happened?
It's stuck. There it is.
There you go, Dan. Dan goes to college. He's
He's a senior.
senior at UVA. He's an environmentalist and he's going to be an engineer and everything. He's doing so well, but I'm so happy I have him here. He's on his Christmas break. So I wanted him
Proud
to...
grandmother.
The proud grandmother.
The
you better
proud
believe it.
grandmother.
Now, there may be enough salt in here. That's up to you. You have salt to taste, whatever you want. But you got your cream sherry wine, you got your bouillon cube, you got your water, and you got your onion and butter. That's all you need. Now I'm going to take it to the stove and simmer it for a few minutes, about 10 minutes. Okay, this is what it should look like, as you can see. Now, as soon as your onion gets soft and it comes to a boil, you know it's done.
I'm ready now. This hasn't started to boil yet, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Plus, hold on, I'm putting in 2 bay leaves. 2 bay leaves, I've got 3 because one of them broke. And no salt. No salt, because the bouillon cubes are salty enough, so you don't have to put salt. But I am adding pepper, okay? I would say like 1/4 teaspoon.
You sure you didn't measure a quarter?
I didn't measure.
You want a teaspoon measure?
No teaspoon, Jeannie. This I know how to do. Pepper I know how to do.
All right.
Okay? Now this I'm going to turn up a little bit because it's going to take a while. It'll take 20 minutes anyway, and then it'll take another 20 minutes after that. Okay, it's ready to go.
Okay, many of you know what pasta fazool is. Pasta and beans, pasta fagioli. There's all different ways they say it. But today I'm going to show you pasta fazool Bianca, which means white. No red sauce, nothing in it. Bianca. And it's a really delicious soup. And if you go in a restaurant, it's going to cost you a lot more money than what you can make it at home. And it's so simple. I'm going to teach Danny how to do it. Okay, Danny, we need about 3 cloves of crushed garlic. Bang it with the, bang it, bang it, bang it. Get your frustrations out. Okay, put that in there. Turn it on the other side, it's easier. Fresh, it has to be fresh garlic now, remember that. All right, that's 3 cloves. We'll do 1 more for good luck. Dan. You need a knife to scrape it? You can either use pancetta or you can use an end of the Italian ham, which you can buy in your local small markets. Sometimes they have them in bigger markets, but you ask, I want an end of Italian ham. If you can't find this, then you use pancetta, it's just as good. But I've chopped all this Italian ham. This is what's going to give you the flavor. So Danny, you put all that in there. Okay, you need a spoon, there's a spoon. Okay, you got it. And now, chopped pieces of onion. You need some onion, so we chopped it in small pieces. There you go, Dan. And you're going to pour about 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil. I'll tell you when. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we need the. You got my wooden spoon. Give me that wooden spoon.
I'm sorry, Jeannie. I've grown attached to it.
Fell in love with my wooden spoon. Okay, if you see this, Danny, you stir it up, and Danny's going to take this to the stove, and you have to like saute it. You're going to. All right, see what it looks like? Now we're going to saute it till the garlic and the onion caramelize and turn very light brown. Then I'll show you the next step.
Again, my lentils are cooking. Jeannie, just make sure that doesn't boil over. Just check that for me. I did already, but I want to make sure. These are these wonderful little bowls of bread that we're going to use for the soup. These were bought at Panera Bread. It's the same thing you get when you go there. Right, Jeannie? I'm going to cut these, take out the inside, and then I am going to coat it with this, which is the famous Jeannie Bawley cheese.
Oh yeah.
Garlic. Now I've got 4 cloves of garlic. It might seem like a lot to you, but it really isn't. I've already put 3 in there, and this is my 4th one, okay? Isn't that wonderful? Look, with butter, about 2, oops, I won't put that in. Okay, 2 teaspoons of butter. Now I have
2 tablespoons.
I'm sorry.
All right.
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons.
All right,
Put
now-
the olive oil.
Oh, and a little bit of olive oil. Good thing I got Jeannie over here.
I know.
How much, Jeannie? About
Couple of tablespoons.
couple
of
of
olive oil.
tablespoons.
Yeah,
Okay,
enough.
that's a couple. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash this all together. And can you imagine what this is going to taste like? I mean, I'm going to put this, I'm going to brush this in the bowl. Then we're going to add the soup. I mean, what is better than this on a cold, wintry day? Today's not too cold, but we've had some cold weather. Look at that. Look at that.
Wonderful
Isn't that
garlic bread.
a garlic? You're right, Jeannie. Garlic bread. Look at that.
But you're
Isn't
gonna
that
get this
wonderful?
cheese at Tedesco's. This is the Bawley
The Bawley
cheese.
cheese.
Go into Tedesco's and say, I want Bawley cheese, because let me tell you, there's nothing like it. I even throw it in soups, anything. I don't know what Bawley cheese is. First of all, my grandchildren are addicted to it. I had to send it to California. I sent it to Danny in Virginia. Once you have it, it's like a drug. You need it all the time. So anyway, it's Pecorino Romano, but it's a good quality of Pecorino Romano. And I guess it's the machine that Karen uses, because when she grinds this Pecorino Romano, it looks like little balls. And it gives such a flavor, just that's such a creamy flavor. It's so delicious. I am going to go about, I don't know, not halfway, a little more than halfway up. 3/4.
3/4, Jeannie.
Yeah,
All right.
3/4.
Looks, ooh, hot, but not bad.
You think you want to throw these away?
No.
These will make a delicious toast for you in the morning. You can even make an egg sandwich with it look like this. Whatever you want to do. Don't throw them away.
All right, I guess.
Make sure you go to Panera Bread to get these bread bowls, because I went all over. You don't want those soft ones because they get mushy. You really need a nice firm hard for your, if you decide to put your soup. Okay, Danny's stirring this. It looks like it's just about all done. Okay? This was done on medium heat. Now, to get the real flavor, you could smell this. It's unbelievable. Right, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now we're going to put You need chicken broth. You don't have to. For vegetarians, you don't want to use chicken broth, but this is chicken broth. So pour that in, Dan.
That is boiling away like crazy nice. And what I did is I forgot to put 6 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce in here. So I can add it now, it doesn't matter, because this is going to cook for another. But this is the trick to these dishes. This is what makes them taste a lot.
Bully cheese, garlic, and olive oil, and butter spread. I'm just gonna brush the inside of the bread bowls with it. Nice. Just put a little bit on the inside. Make sure it all gets.
Going, Daniel.
That's great.
Good going. Boy, that is going to taste so good.
Crusty.
Alright, so I'm gonna put these bread bowls in the oven now at 375. We're gonna let them stay in there for about 10 minutes.
It'll get nice and crunchy.
I'm gonna put half a package of some penne pasta in here and cook it until it's about until it's al dente, you know. Not quite all the way done. Just putting the whole package in instead of half a package like I was told. And so I'm just gonna add a little more water now to make it nice and even.
As simple as it was is what I told you. Now what I'm adding to it is a 10-ounce package of chopped spinach, okay? This is what makes this so healthy. This is just great. That, I add like a contadina tomato sauce. That tomato does is give it a nice color. It just gives it, instead of a brown color, it has like a rosy color. It is. It's all done. All I did was add I did put the Worcestershire sauce. Remember that? That was like 6 teaspoons. I added 1 package of spinach, 10 ounce, and I added my can of tomato sauce. And the last thing, about 10 minutes before you're done, this is the trick, 2 tablespoons of, I have apple cider here, either that or vinegar, all right? So I'm going to add this at the very last minute. You can use, don't use balsamic, it's too dark. Just use a wine vinegar if that's what you have. And this is going to cook for 20 more minutes. And
Some nice mozzarella cheese to go on top of the French onion soup. And it's just going to cover the soup.
Soup is all done. Now what I'm going to do is scoop some in these soup bowls. This makes about, I'd say, 4 bowls. So you put this bread, nice toasty Italian bread on it. Even though it's French onion soup, we still toast some nice bread on it. If you don't want to toast the bread, you can try some croutons. So this is going to be some croutons I'm going to put on it. And one of them. Just so to show you if you don't have the bread and you want to take a shortcut with the croutons. Now the next step is, I'm going to just put another little piece in here and in this one. The next step is, you can either, Danny, if you want to put the cheese, you can put the fresh mozzarella right over the top, like that. Now we're going to put this in the oven under the broiler for just a couple of minutes until it gets nice and soft and oozes. And then it'll be ready to just serve and eat.
So now that the bread bowls are nice and crunchy, I'm going to take them out and they're ready to go for the lentil soup.
Well, those look good. I'm going to put the oven on broil, and Danny's going to put these in. Bake, broil. Okay. Now these will be done as soon as the cheese gets nice and melted and toasted. You don't want to burn it, and you want it to get all melted also, and then it's ready to serve.
Soup is nice and al dente, about half cooked, you know, that's what it's supposed to mean. We're going to add the beans.
Yeah, I made these beans from scratch. And what I did is, when I made them, I put a chunk of the Italian ham in it. But if you don't want to make your own beans, you could just open up a can of beans. And that's what you'd want. If you buy them already in a can, you want white cannellini beans. If you don't, directions are right on the package.
Probably about a few teaspoons of chopped basil in there.
Okay.
And of course, I have to throw in my bally cheese. There we go, a nice fistful of bally cheese. And oh, this is delicious. Healthy and delicious. This is what we call pasta fazool Bianca, because Bianca means white in Italian. And it's all I am going to add my 2 tablespoons of apple cider. That's the end of it. I'm going to give it a stir like that. Now, for variation, you can put pasta. You can boil some pasta on the side, little ones, you know. What do they call them, Jeannie, the little ones with the hole in them?
Daltellini?
Yeah, ditalini. And you could have that. Not a lot. I don't like too much pasta in it. But I like it plain like this or this. This is just wonderful. Now, what I'm going to do is grab a nice ladle full like that. Put a little bit. Okay. Now, there you go. Okay, that's done. Get your bally cheese. Sprinkle it on top. This is optional. You don't have to put it, but I like cheese, and I know everybody I know likes cheese. So you're gonna be rich by having it on New Year's Day. Prosperity, see.
We're going to show you something extra too. This is like a little crispelli. You make these out of cheese. You can put them in your toaster oven until they get golden, and you can break them, put them on your salad. They're very salty, so you'd want to make some small ones. You can put them on top of your soup, or you can put it on top.
A teaspoon of bally cheese, famous bally cheese. You just put it like this, right on this little pan. Make a few of them. Nice little bunch. When these go in the oven, they're gonna get nice and crispy and end up like this.
Hey, this is what it looks like. This is your French onion soup, and it is delicious. It's very simple to make, and we're going to eat it now. And we're going to do a different kind of salad today too to go with our soup. So this is my good seasoned salad dressing with water. I am putting black fig vinegar in it, balsamic vinegar, black fig, to give it a nice flavor, a sweet flavor. Okay, and I'm going to put some olive oil in it. That's my salad dressing. And Danny's doing some clementines, putting them all around. And I have some pomegranate seeds that I put, which is supposed to be very healthy for you. And they're so tasty, so I'm going to sprinkle these around on it. Okay, now I'm going to throw some sunflower seeds, which is also healthy for you, on it. You can put pecans, or pecans, whatever they say. You can put walnuts.
Again.
And I'm going to throw some gorgonzola cheese chopped up on it too, to give it that
Your
little
grandmother
extra.
never gives up. If she's got something in the house, she's going to put it on the salad.
Gorgonzola cheese. This is delicious. Chopped up gorgonzola. I'm going to pour this over our salad, and this is it. This is our salad.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Looks beautiful.
All right, now we can bring the...
Little crispellis are ready. You can see they're nice and brown along the edges, nice and crispy, and they're ready.
Yeah, we've made 3 delicious kinds of soup and a salad, and we have a special guest over here. I had my grandson Danny from UVA, and I have my nephew Ryan and his girlfriend Lauren. And we're all going to taste and eat this delicious food. And hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year, and good luck to all.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. All right. Looks delicious, Judy. We did it again.
Yeah.
All right.
If you'd like more information on Cucina Di Nonna and some more recipes, and for ordering books, you can go to cucinadinonnari.com. Thank you.